to another, or welcome back to the third season, I think, to the first season of the Megane, not for everyone, Megane Trophy Series. I think it's called that way, not for everyone Megane Trophy Series, yeah, Megane Trophy Series by IGTSH, Season 4, Round 1.4. Are you ready? Cause I am, because it's Interlagos in the Renault Megane Trophy, and it's a good track, it's a fun track, and so it's definitely a race to watch out for. The fast lap in practice right now, as I see, is a 43.611, and we're almost ready to start. We are seeing IGTSH by GC with another car, can't really pronounce his name, Se3 And for the rest of it, it's a almost all Hungarian, with one American, one or two English boys, and 3 guys from Greece. So all good. I am Dan van Zutphen, aka Speed Proof. I am here to commentate the series. We are doing, out of my head, a 15-minute qualifying session, then a race of 50 minutes, and then the small enduro race of 30 minutes. So we got 3 things on the program: qualifying, race, and race 2. So that's it, and I have driven this combo before, and it's very fun to say. It's really very fun. You can really throw the Megane around. It's really a car where you can play with. And most importantly, it's a GT4 car. A GT4 car, not one of the most popular GT4 car, but it's definitely a fun GT4 car. That's why we are having a series of these things, these cars. So you have probably, I guess, another Hungarian team. Don't know what it stands for, and then we have OBH. OBH has returned, as well as IGTSH. Also we have another one, BTH. Also don't know what that stands for. The H probably for something Hungary. But yeah, we're almost going to starting in 1 minute, and I can see probably everyone on the track. Yeah, that's right. We have a T3 Jack. And yeah, hopefully he can do some great stuff. Very fast driver. You will see him in the Nations Cup and the Manufacturer Cup probably a lot this season. So yeah, looking forward to see these guys racing on track. Have a good race. Let's have a clean race. And yeah, I hope you guys will enjoy the first round of the Megane Trophy Series Season 3. First qualifying is going to begin right now. As we see everyone coming out of the pit lane, we're on board with our IGTSH Audi Ferry, with the very loud GT4 Megane. And there you have it. Everybody exiting the pit lane. It's a 15-minute qualifying session. You can use the medium. You can probably also use the hards. I am not quite sure. But the medium seems like the fastest tire compound right now. We have here a little train of cars. Everyone is now starting its outlap, and let's see what the regulations are, because I don't know what they are. It's 1915 sunny, it's tire wear times 1, fuel depletion times 2, mechanical damage heavy, and of course the slipstream is real. You are also allowed to use a slipstream. IGTSH is well known for their not slipstream qualifiers. Qualifying sessions, but this time you can use slipstream, so that's good. So IGTSH Dixon now starting his first qualifying lap. Doesn't have any slipstream. P5 does have got a small slipstream on Dixon. Of course he will close the gap with that slipstream, so we'll go faster and faster and faster. So let's see who can take pole in this first qualifying session of today. So again, got the little train. P5 definitely using the track limits of Interlagos. You're allowed, and when you're allowed, just use them for the 2R. Jack Bolt Racing in the chat, also known as TX3 Jack, who is in the pit lane, who has got a little bit of damage, probably in a collision with Saboniero. Now IGTSH Pagisi, totally don't know how to pronounce his name, but it doesn't matter. Fast guy had the fastest had the fastest lap time in practice. So let's see what he can do. Now almost finishing his lap, probably flat out, no, not flat out, through the very long left-hander, then coming to the last corner, very hard braking zone, and then you want to get on the throttle as soon as you can. And that's the first time of the first qualifying of the first race of the Megane Trophy Series. At what time will it be? Almost over the line. 1:33, 1:34, 5, a 1:35.1, followed by Audi Ferrari OBH Victor, 5/10 of the time of Pagisi. Now we got the train, nobody going really somewhat faster. I see lots of 1:36s, 1:35s, another 1:35. Now up into P2, it's HKRT Gossi 79 or 97, but still no one faster than the guy in P1, IGTSH Pagisi. So improvement in sector 1, so let's see what he can do. Again, just getting to the back of the field now. We see P4 just outside of the top 3, just 3 thousandths of a second outside of the top 3 is OBH Victor. Let's see what he can do today. Of course has some slipstream of IGTSH Audi Ferrari, which will help him. He is 5/10 of his time though, so don't know what he is going to do. But is he standing still, just making room for other cars? I was already wondering. Now is somebody going faster? Not at the moment. We can see some improvements. We see MFT Speed Hunter taking P2 there with a 1:35.856. Still nowhere of this guy, because on my screen he has a 1:35.1. But will anybody improve though? At the moment it does not seem so. IGTSH Dixon with the fastest last sector. But now, at the moment, P4 with the fastest first sector. Now still 9 minutes remaining in this qualifying session, so enough room to do multiple laps on the medium tire compound. There is fuel in this qualifying IFC, so the guys will just go faster and faster and faster till the session has ended. TX3 Jack with a 1:35.204, and that's a very good time by Mr. Jack Bowling, of course member of TX3 here. Let's see what he can do. A very talented guy, very talented young guy. But let's see. IGTSH Dixon. He wasn't a good lap. Will he improve? He for sure will. He will improve by 0.5 of a second. Still in last position though. As it seems. Going to Audi Ferrari, definitely a guy who I was looking out for. Doing good in the endurance races, but now it's a faster sector by 0.03 of a second. So he's on the good lap, still in P11. Of course, he will not be happy with that position. So he's probably desperate to improve. If he can close up to P8, he has the slipstream. Maybe he already has, probably. We're going on board now with the man in P11. Okay, maybe by surprise, just as set the fastest lap. So out of the exit, now coming to the long left-hander here, penultimate corner in Brazil. Going faster by 0.1 of a second. Again, very big braking zone, right on the curve. But can he go faster though? At the fastest first sector of the qualifying right now. He will probably not have the fastest lap, but what is it going to be for him? 36.2, and that's just an improvement of 0.2. SP7 also improved his time. TX3 Jack into the pit lane now. With still the fastest man of the session, IGTSH Patisi. We also have MFT Speed Hunter with a very good looking livery. Some yellow, some blue and some black in there. Interesting to watch. The only non-European in this lobby is standing currently in P2. So provisional P2 for MFT Speed Hunter. Again, TX3 Jack is bailing out of his lap there, avoiding some traffic. So let's see who's on a lap. Who's on a better lap. It does seem so that nobody's really getting quicker, although they have lots of fuel. So less fuel means quicker lap times. As HKRT Kulinen again goes faster, personal fastest, by 0.3. But can he remain that through the final stages of the lap? Now just a full-on straight, flat out all the way through till you meet the first corner. What's it going to be for P7? It's going to be a 1:55.507, and that's an improvement by just less than a 10. Does get him up to P7 though. Can Sabanero get a better time? At the moment he doesn't. OBH VTS Victor now just coming through the first couple of turns. Coming on to turn 4 here. Brake almost at the 50 mark aboard. Not a lot. It's just a very long left-hander that goes uphill, right-hander. But still 4 minutes into the session, and the man on pole position is Patisi with 1:34.8. Very good time by the man himself. We have some fans of MFT Speed Hunter, who is currently, as I said before, in P2. Can he improve his lap times? Now currently sitting on a 34.918. If you can get a bit of his lap time off, he could clinch P1. But at the moment he doesn't seem so. Or doesn't seem so. He's just on his out lap. while the leader goes into the pit lane. But what can P3 do? Will he be on a better lap? At the moment it doesn't seem so. He dives into the pit lane while T3 Jack goes faster by almost 0.2 of a second. Now he has got some traffic at the moment, but can he cope with that? Can he avoid the traffic? BTH isn't slowing down at the moment and is P13, so Jack really wants to get past. Just need to trust he can brake later and later. While the man in pole position has left the race, or has left the qualifying session, which I do not really understand, because it probably isn't that way. Suddenly people leave, and this can be a glitch. So, because if you're out of qualifying, you can't re-enter, which is strange, and I don't know why pole position would just leave suddenly. But if it's that way, it sadly is. Here's my card. I just will do some preps for the Nations Cup. I am doing the Nations Cup actually. You will see it Saturday on my Twitch channel. It's called Speed Proof. I do commentate a lot on that channel, and I definitely do competitive racing. I also stream Monday a very professional league. So yeah, but at the moment it's Se3 Jack with the fastest time, with just 1 minute remaining, while P1 sets a 1:35.3 and MFT Speed Hunter with also a fastest time, a 1:35.0. So MFT Speed Hunter with the pole position time at the moment. Just 1 minute remaining. Everybody can still do a lap. Maybe some guys can still do 2 laps. That certainly counts for OBH Victor, who can complete this lap, and after that lap he can do another lap to maybe improve his time. Of course with less fuel than at the start of the qualifying, so of course it will make you faster. But is it enough to clinch a P3 or to get a pole position? At the moment he says a 36.1, which is an improvement, but not enough to get him up a position. Now it's the last lap that he can do, so can he get a better time in? As T3 Jack now goes fastest with a 1:34.9. Stayed by Victor here. What does he do in the first sector? His final lap doesn't get an improvement, while MFT Speed Hunter completes the qualifying and right now is on provisional pole. But can Jack Balding, T3 Jack, do something else? Doesn't have the fastest sector. But he needs to improve his time if he wants to remain in that top 3. Or maybe clinch a pole position. Well, these guys are all finished, except from P6. Can T3 Jack stay in P3? But he just joined the room again. He can improve his time, but will it be enough? It won't. With P2 and P1 just separate, or they separate each other with almost 200ths of a second, 100ths of a second. That's really close, especially for qualifying lap. You don't see that very often. with P6 just completing his last lap. Over the line, is he going to be a threat for T3 Jack? Doesn't seem so, and gets a 36.466. What a qualifying it was. So on pole is probably MFT Speed Hunter with Key SZR in P2 and T3 Jack in P3. So that's the first qualifying session of the first Megane Trophy race done. So as we line up for the first race of the first round, we'll see what people can do. Standing start with false start check. It's lights out. And we need to do a restart. Alright. Probably everyone just practicing their starts. But apparently it's a restart, so alright. I mean, these things happen. GT Sport isn't really doing anything good with the service at the moment, which is a bit of a shame. But yeah. Now of course we will not do another qualifying session, we will just do the endurance race of 15 minutes, but probably somebody will probably just fix the grid order set by host. And now everyone can participate in the race. So we just gotta wait. Now on board with this guy, IGTSH something. Probably one of the favorites, together with Speed Hunter and T3 Jack. Just in the really cool looking IGTSH independent GTS Hungary, the channel where you're all looking at. So if you haven't subbed already to this awesome channel, please give them a follow. Almost 450 subs. They've given me the chance to commentate the Endurance Championship and the Megane Trophy Championship, which I'm really thankful for them. So thank you to the organization for setting up these championships. Also, if you want to know more about me, what I do, what I stream on Twitch. Here you have the link. But for the rest of it, it's going to be a really interesting race. A 50-minute race and a 30-minute race. Combines, of course, 45 minutes of racing, together with the qualifying. It's in total a 1-hour event. 1 hour of racing action here in Brazil. That's not bad to spend a Friday afternoon. So sit down, relax, because we're going to start really soon with the race. And we're going to watch P4 MFT Speed Hunter, very promising guy, with this guy. The leader of the pack, probably the leader of the pack. Now this is of course the third season of the Megane Trophy series. We have a total of 4 races every Friday from now on. So next week, if I said correctly, I think next week or in 2 weeks, we have the second round of the Megane Trophy Series. Don't know what track it is, but it's going to be exciting. What's also going to be exciting is the race, because it's going to start now. First race of the first race of the third season is going to get underway with IGTSH Partisi on P1, MFT Speed Hunter on P3, KSR on P3 and GP Jack on P4. Now we hear the revving lights and it's lights out and away we go. MFT Speed Hunter got a false start, so he's going to be dropped back down. With P4 degrees there. Oh, GP Jack made a bit of contact there, but did get up one position by that false start of MFT Speed Hunter. But he still got the cars or the grease guy on his back. Will he overtake him? Looks to the inside, dives down the inside, and the moment overtakes TX3 Jack for P3. HKRT Kossi is up into P3. Fight for the podium positions as we look back to these guys. IGTSH Dixon with Kulinin round the outside. Can he hold his P7? At the moment he can. Oh, P6 almost losing control there. Did manage to save it. Probably was some contact with IGTSH Dixon. Dixon now looks to the inside, doesn't make the move though. Victor just looking in front of him, while P9 almost goes round the outside of him. Can he make it stick? At the moment he can't. Got the better exit. Little bit of contact. Just pushing each other safely though. Now P9 and P8 are still battling. P9 has the inside, but does he got the better straight line speed? It's almost 3 wide. Is it going to be 3 wide? At the moment it doesn't. It is 3 wide now, so who will take P8 for grabs? It's OBH Victor that has P8 at the moment and looks down on IGTSH Dixon, who's fighting for P6, but now at the front again. TX3 Jack still in P4, has lost a position at the start to HKRT Kossi, but can P3 attack P2 at the moment? He is closing that gap, so let's see. But the guy with the fast start, who started in P2, his name is MFT Speed Hunter and is desperate to get some positions up. Yeah, we've got this whole train of cars from P8 to P12. So 4 cars there battling for P8. What a fight this is going to be. Also see some fans for HKRT. The HKRT guys now in the top 4, top 5, so they are doing pretty well. You see those whole train of cars. Well, P9 probably has some sights on P8. Oh, MFT Speed Hunter just a bit too wide. He will probably get a penalty for that. Needs to serve it. He doesn't get a penalty, alright. But now P11 gets attacked by IGTS Audi Ferry. Can he get into the top 10? Round the outside is going to be, what's the answer? PTH defends and keeps on, or holds on, P10. A bit further at the back, we have a group of cars, 4 people. TX3 Jack looking to the inside of P3 now. P5 just keeping his distance. Just having a watch on these guys. Now TX3 Jack of course wants this P2. He has P2 in the sights. Well, P3 is also probably pretty desperate for that second position on the podium spot. Let's see how this battle unfolds. 4 cars battling for P2 and P3, the last remaining spots on the podium, while we are encountering the 10-minute mark of the session. TX3 Jack, can he do something in the slipstream of HKRT Kossi? But the same thing counts for P3 to P2. T3 Jack doesn't look to the inside, does look to the inside, dive bombs it, almost gets 2 positions up, 1 corner, 2 positions up, very aggressive move, but nobody got off track, so probably fair done by T3 Jack, and now it's all chaos at the back. But very well done to T3 Jack to just move up 2 positions in 1 corner while P3 dives down the inside of T3 Jack, gets the move done. But for how long will he remain there? Because T3 Jack, really aggressive, looking to the outside now. Can he do it around the outside? Can he have the grip? At the moment it doesn't. You need to watch out for HKRT. On the inside, he will dive round the inside. Bit of contact made. T3 Jack now has the inside. Positions all scrambling, and that's good for the guy in P2 because he will now just storm away. And now T3 Jack has lost 3 positions in 1 lap. Things he don't love to see. And now again, he's of course desperate to get those positions back. But P2 now just getting away. And P3's out of the slipstream, so if he plays it smart now, and if he has the pace, he can just hold this position for as long as possible, and maybe even climb to P2. P2 now 2 seconds ahead, but now at the back, P3 and P4, when will they go for the move? T3 Jack again dives around the inside, very aggressive, but cleanly done. Oh, but gets on the curb on the inside, pushes P5 wide. So probably are going to look at that, but now HKRT Kossi is again, or has catched up to the guys. Now can Kulinin go or dive around the inside? Yes he can, so it's T3 Jack now in a sandwich of the HKRT guys. T3 Jack just getting too aggressive, and now he basically has lost the podium spots by all this fighting. So P3 and P2 now are probably sort of safe now. If they just work together, P3 and P2 could have been in reach. Of course we have still 7 minutes, so anything can happen. But it seems unlikely that P4 to P6 still get a podium. Now T3 Jack has got HKRT Kossi all over its back. Now he needs to defend off these guys, while Kulinin is fighting his way back to Sabanero. Greece guys, so almost the whole top 5 is mostly Greece. Something you didn't expect to see in a Hungarian tournament, but you're watching it right now. Now T3 Jack, will he dive from the inside or will he take the outside? Doesn't do anything, while P6 goes down the inside, bit of contact made. Although T3 Jack still gets P5, but as I said before, with all this fighting, P4 can get away. But now, looking to the leader, with a comfortable gap to P2, with just 3.1 seconds. Just driving away into the distance there. There you have P2, there you have P3 coming into the background. Then the group behind. So, but you see, doing a very well job to hold this P1. Now let's go further at the back. Do we have some fighting? We have MFT Speed Hunter, who isn't really getting up some positions. Only in P12 now. Which I really didn't expect to see. With a false start. From P3 now down to P12. So just lost 9 positions there. That's a shame. He needs to get up all those positions. in second race, just 30 minutes, while P6 almost goes into the back of T3 Jack, now has the inside, and T3 Jack is now in P6, while they have lost the slipstream on P4 HKRT Kulinen. So T3 Jack now round the inside, no overtaking problems there, just at more speed. Again P6 fight back, and OBH Victor is now closing in to see the top 5. These guys are just fighting, and they've lost so much time. The gap to the leader is now 7 seconds. Well, we just passed the 5-minute mark. Everyone is getting a bit spread out here. But the man we are focusing on now is T3 Jack, because he's mostly on the threat of the HKRT guys. Again, in a sandwich of the both HKRT guys. Now P4 just losing some time to the guys behind him. He needs to push on if he wants to close the gap to P3. But T3 Jack already has a slipstream, so it might be too late for him. We still have some 3 laps to go, probably till lap 10. A T3 Jack into the slipstream again of Kulinen, and Kulinen has none. So that's going to be an advantage for Jack. Although, will he get close enough to get an overtaking opportunity done? But he still needs to defend off P6. P6 gets to the inside of T3 Jack, who will brake later. The answer is HKRT Kossi. And Kossi again getting closer to P4 here. Kossi defending, T3 Jack going for it from the inside, but just doesn't get the move done. Now want to ride some onboards, we can. T3 Jack with the beautiful T3 livery, and they are running this for years. But the team with the most points seems to be HKRT in P5 and P4. While P1, IGTSH Padisi now has a 4.5 second gap. Also has the fastest lap in hands, a 1:43.8. With just 2 minutes remaining, he can do 2 more laps to see what he's worth. Ooh, because he almost losing control there. Jack making an advantage of that. Now into the slipstream he goes, but can P5 get a dive done on P4? Can he do it around the outside? Will he attack P4? Answer is no. P4 does get a bit wide though. Can he get the switch back round the outside now? Doesn't have the momentum though. I think T3 Jack just closing in. Will this be a 3 wide situation? Possibility is there while T3 Jack looks to the inside. Almost gets in contact with P4, while P5 now, Kossi getting a bit wider and just losing the position to T3 Jack. Now what a fight this has been. Well, Victor is also closing in, so these guys need to watch out, because they may even be under attack from an OBH guy. So 4 cars now fighting for what is basically the wooden spoon, the best of the rest. While we are entering for them the last lap of the race. Can T3 Jack here get the 4th position and get more points than the HKRT guys? Well, OBH Victor is again now on the back of HKRT Kossi. But we are looking to this fight. TX3 Jack, does he have the slipstream, does he have the momentum to go for it before the fence? And therefore TX3 Jack can't overtake. Now Kossi also the fence, looked a bit to a corner cut to me, doesn't get a penalty though. Now he hasn't got any slipstream of TX3 Jack again, so he will be under attack of OBH Victor. Victor wanting that P6, I can guarantee you that. Now looks to the inside, can he do it with a bit of contact? He has got P6. Again, HKRT Kossi fight back. Well, we are now looking to TX3 Jack, who goes down the inside of the long right-hander and gets pushed wide by Kulinen. And now they're showing a lot of aggressiveness. But TX3 Jack now up into P3. While Kulinen again dives around the inside, makes again a lot of contact. Very, very aggressive. And now OBH Victor is again back into P6. While TX3 Jack just pushes Kulinen wide. Doesn't get the exit done. Bit of a dirty move if you ask me. But it seems that TX3 Jack will get P4. But it's going to be a photo finish between these guys. Who's going to get P6? The answer is HKRT Kossi gets P6 with just 1/1000th of a second. Or 100th of a second. While these guys, Pimmikin, MFC Speed Thunder gets P12. But what a finish that was. What a finish that was. There was a bit of contact, but the stewards will probably investigate that. But yeah, TX3 Jack with the P4 there, but a comfortable victory for IGTSH per DC. And a very hectic first race for the opener of the season. Very interesting to see. But at the end, the top 3 is Patisi race results. The top 3 is Patisi, Kiesar, Nap and Zabiniero 13. So 3 Greece guys in the top 6 there. And there is some frustration, or let's say confusion, between some guys. Now tire wear will be set 5 times, with fuel depletion be 5 times. Now let's see what everyone can do in the second race of the first season. Second race, 30 minutes, so more action. Well, I am going to get a bottle of water because my throat is getting really dry. And we are going to start in 5 minutes. So just because there's not really much to do right now, let's take the Megane trophy for a spin on the circuit of Interlagos. Of course, racing on the mediums. Let's just take the Megane for a spin. So I'm really interested how this car handles, how this car feels with these power settings. TC is of course up. Have some fuel, brake balance +1. Because why not? Oh shit, my ABS is on, off, just for the kart race. It's not what you want to see. ABS on default, of course. And then let's now for real take this thing for a spin. HKRT because he needs to leave, sadly. But yeah, let's take this thing for a spin. Let's go. Going into third gear here. Oh right, this thing understeers like hell. Last time I drove this thing, it was with an up-tuned Corvette GT3. It was also horrible to drive. Alrighty, Megane. Starting in 3 minutes. So I just have one lap. Alright, let's see what we can do then. People still arguing in the chat. Alrighty. So my first lap of the circuit. God, this thing has some oversteer. Or some understeer. It's really fun to drive though. I can imagine if you get a feel for it, it's a fun cup. So we start in 1 minute. I will just fix this lap in and then we'll go. Horrible lap. What's it going to be though? $138, 139, 134, 35, 6. Nice. Alright, anyway. So So back to commentating now, because I'm horrible at commentating and driving at the same time. I am going to stream it on Twitch, but anyway, final will begin. Let's stop the arguing in the chat, and let's now race for 30 minutes. So yeah, good luck everybody, while we are waiting for the second race of the first round. The lights out. Go out now. With P2 got a very bad start and T3 Jack got a really good start. And with 3 wide into the first turn. Jack getting second position there. Getting 2 positions up. Well, to scramble in the midfield there. Patisi working his way up. One of the faster guys. 2 wins would be awesome for him. Of course, it's the inside, but P8 has to slip him off the cars in front. But can he outbrake him? By a fair bit he will. Holding a bit up. Oh, but Rudy Tuar with the switchback. Very cool to see there. But doesn't make it work, while T3 Jack now is in P1. So overtook HKRC Kulinin for P1. Now, oh, a bit of scramble, bit of contact there between P4 and P5. Oh, we see some really aggressive driving. Or at least I thought so. But is he really trying to make his way up? Now the inside of the next turn. Uses as much room as possible. Now in P6, can he outbrake the guy? At the moment he can't, so he needs to deal with it. Does have the inside for the next corner and for the next couple of straights. Now MFT Speed Hunter together with Zaboniero. It's a 30-minute race, so everything can happen. So they just need to keep each other alive. MFT Speed Hunter trying round the outside. And can he get it done from the outside? At the moment he will. So awesome move by MFT Speed Hunter, who got a false start at the first race, got back into P12, but now he is in P3. But we have still long left. IGTSH Patisi again in P6 now, so move his way up. MFT Speed Hunter got a bit of a mistake there, but still in P3. He wants to keep it that way. But he has a train on his back. With P5 looking to close the gap to P4. We got a bit of a fight between the Breas and Rudy Tuar. Rudy Tuar or P7 got the inside. P8 cuts it back. Of course can't make it round the outside. Will dive it round the inside. But P7 beautifully cuts it back there. Can he make it round the outside? Yes he can. Now IGTSH Dixon gets involved. Will he do it round the inside? At the moment he won't. So very interesting there. But you see, now still in P6, hunting down that P5, that top 5 spot. Of course desperate to get T3 Jack. T3 Jack now with a comfortable lead, but will he dive it round the inside? Moment he won't. Oh, but P7 a bit wide, and IGTSH Dixon now on the outside. Can he make it stick? At the moment still in P9. And I think this is going to be a three-way fight. At the moment it isn't good, but can the Breas fight back? P8 now round the inside. It's P7, just gets the move done. But Dixon there also just overtook the guys in front of him, now in P8. again, really good fighting in this cup. Absolutely amazing to see. But now in P2, oh, the guy who just overtook P1, or P3, it's MFT Speed Hunter. The only guy not from the EU. Well, Pudgy, again, gets back up to P5, of course, desperate to get up in those places. Well, we're waiting on maybe a dive bomb, but he needs to do it around the outside. Or even worse for him, he won't do it at all. Well, at the back there's still an even bigger train. Bit spread out though. But we have a sort of a train now. Woody needs to defend of IGTSH Dixon. Dixon, who we didn't see a lot in this race, doesn't outbrake P8. So we'll still remain in P8, although I say that P9 now goes very wide. Woody and needs to back out of it. While IGTSH Dixon makes a bit of profit of mistakes that people are making. Now, Pazisi still getting a bit hauled up by these guys. Or is he just playing it smart? Is he hanging back? Maybe going for a nose stop, who knows? It's 30 minutes of racing, and with 5 times fuel and 5 times tire wear, I don't think you can clinch a nose stop, especially not in a GT4. But you see, does got a bit of little more fuel than Jack. The whole P3 definitely a bit more conserved with the fuel. So will that work in a favor as Pazisi now looks round the outside? Is he going to try it round the inside? He isn't, but Dixon is round the inside, doesn't make it work. Cuts it back. P7 a bit on the wide side there. Now as the inside, it isn't enough though at the moment. Or is it? Dixon tries to outbrake P8, and at the moment he does. He should be careful he doesn't go too wide though, but he isn't. IGTSH Dixon now in P7. Just looking to these guys fighting. Well, Pazisi made up a position which I didn't notice. We were busy with Dixon, but he now has some sight on the guy in P3. Well, T3 Jack storming ahead here with almost another replica of his fastest lap, a 1:35.298. The beautiful T3 livery there, just has a gap of 4 seconds. Opposition again is battling with P4, and P4 now defending against P5. Pazisi doesn't get or doesn't want to make that move. Maybe wants to just sit back and relax a bit, save a bit of fuel. Does have less fuel than P4 though, but he's all over his back. Will he try to make a move? No. Just All these guys being very conserved with their tires and with their fuel. Looking to the inside there. Not a lot of action at the moment. At least not a lot of action we can find. Dixon is closing in though to these guys in front. But is he clearly signing? He wants to move a bit of positions up, but before it's not letting that happen, he actually dives into the pit lane. But first pit stop of the race, and lap 6 with Rudy TR, that's very early. But hey, who knows, it may work out later on. With already 10 minutes of racing. With 10 minutes of racing just completed, we have still 20 minutes to go, and P4 has got his eyes on the podium spot. While TXC Jack is just storming away in the distance. Doesn't close the gap with MFT Speed Hunter though. While Speed Hunter does have a bit of more fuel compared to these guys. But will that less amount of fuel work against Jack later in the race? We'll find out and see. Well, P3 probably feels the pressure of P4, one of the faster guys last race. IGTSH Padisi. So let's see what these guys can do, or basically what P4 can do. Guess he's really hunting down. Let's go. Oh, I can't go on board. God damn it. Now we can go on board. With the guy in P4. Although P3 is going into the pit lane. HKRT Kulinen. With Dixon and Padisi carrying on. As the whole top 5 does. So let's see what these guys are up to. OBH Victor also getting into the pit lane. Dixon closing in on Padisi. Of course, seeing that podium spot, wanting that podium spot. With Dubreuil's and BTH now fighting for that top 5 at the moment. Don't have a lot of fuel though, which probably will work against him, because this is definitely a fuel saving race as we saw before. Just need to look at the fuel counter and the tire wear. And then see Speed Hunter definitely hasn't got the better of the tires, but of course he's on the softer compound. Hello Prima, hopefully you're doing good. But this is still in P3 here. With some fans of Key and Cedar. Now in P8 has got a load of fuel already pitted. So he can only gain position from this moment. So let's see if he had if he had made the right choice with the strategy. Now P5 and P6 battling it out for the top 5 points. Will Dubreuil's stay in P5? Yes, he will. Is probably needing to defend here, because P6 is really close to his back. But still nobody pitted for some new tires or some new fuel. But we will see that very soon though. I think around lap 10, lap 12, everyone is going to pit. With just 50 minutes remaining, almost 50% of the race done here in Brazil at Interlagos in the GP circuit with the Renault Megane GT4. As I said before, not a really common GT4 that gets chosen but when it has the right circuit and just the right layout, it can get unused. It can get used. But will we see anyone diving into the pit lane here? TXC Jack definitely doesn't. And the Speed Hunter stays out. But DC also stays out. And the rest of them, except the Breas, gets into the pit lane for another set of, or for a fuel stop, another change of tires. Don't know if you need to use the medium and the high compa and the hard compound, but we'll see. MFT Speed Hunter not really closing in to that P1 spot. Last time I checked, the gap was 3.8 seconds. Now it's 4.6. Almost 1 second lost there. While Dixon now is in P4 and is also losing time to the guy in front, IGTSH Petition. While the field is getting really spread out here. And Rudy 2R, can he overtake the guy who's coming out of the pit lane? Because there is someone, it's the Breas. The Breas now side by side. Can he outbrake him? For the moment he can't. But these guys back again. A few laps ago they were battling each other for P5. Now they're battling each other for P11, of course. This is probably all plan of the strategy. But we'll see. Now again, I spoke earlier to him. KSR last time I checked in P8, now in P7. So gained one position. Don't really know where he started. But he gained a position for the moment. And that's important for him. But you see now definitely with the fuel advantage over the whole top 3 here, that will probably work in his advantage, just because he doesn't have to fuel a lot for this next stint, and he's on the hard tire, and these guys still need to use the hard tire. So Padisi can only gain at the moment. We just need to see if it works out for him. Still not really a lot of fights, just skipping through the field here. The Breas definitely hasn't got the better pace compared to Rudy 2R. So Banero now with the fastest sector. Let's see if anyone else is putting those fastest sector in. At the moment doesn't seem so. TXC Jack again almost coming at the end of his lap. Doesn't go into the pit lane. Probably stays one more lap out, maybe two. And then the whole top 3 won't come in. Probably for also 2 or more laps. I said everyone would pit in lap 11, 12. I could be wrong. But Dixon definitely goes into the pits at the end of lap 11, beginning of lap 12. Almost has no fuel left. Still needs to use the hard tire. So let's see where he will come out. He has a gap to P7, but is it enough? Of course, the pit time in Brazil is very large. He does change tires. And he of course needs to refuel his car. But where will he come out? Definitely not in front of these guys. So KSR now in P6, but still has a 20-second gap to P5. MFT Speed Hunter losing time compared to TXC Jack. But Padisi now gaining time on these guys. A few laps ago it was just 17 seconds, it's down to 14 seconds. So Padisi definitely has got the pace advantage. With just 11 minutes left, it's going to be a tight finish, I reckon. But Se3 Jack now going into the pit lane. Where will he end up? With MFT Speed Hunter also coming into the pit lane, but IGTSH Padisi still carrying on for the remainder of the race. Now he is going to pit actually. But again, as I said, he has loads of fuel. More than Jack and more than MFT Speed Hunter. But let's see, well, where Jack will come out. Needs to refuel his car almost fully. While Audi Ferry takes the lead, still needs to pit though. And Se3 Jack now out of the pit lane. But the question is, where is MFT Speed Hunter? Can't see him at the moment. Will he come ahead of the pit lane, ahead out of the pit lane? The answer is no. And Se3 Jack has got a lot of fuel in his car, but MFT Speed Hunter a lot more. So did Jack underfuel his car, or did MFT Speed Hunter overfuel his car? I think Jack underfueled his car because Padisi is now in P7. But on the medium tire, so he has a tire advantage, which is very crucial. Now we see the guy in provisional P1 still needs to pit, so we will come into the pit lane at the end of this lap, which is just a few meters ahead, and we'll drop down to I reckon P8. So the new leader of the race is going to be Se3 Jack, while ZR Nap or Pally still doesn't need to pit. So he's now on a medium tire and in P3, which is very fortunate for him because he was one of the guys that pitted very early. With just 8 minutes left, MFT Speed Hunter gets attacked for P3, but can he remain it on the outside? Bit of contact there, but all good. MFT Speed Hunter trying to attack P3. Because he wants at P3 because of the bad start. P12 last race. So we need to make up these positions as quickly as possible. But I think IGTSH Padisi isn't going to make that gap up to Se3 Jack. 10 seconds in what I reckon is 6 laps, maybe 7 to 6 laps. You aren't getting 6 to 7 laps done. That would be 1.5 seconds. You need to gain 1.5 seconds per lap then. I mean, potentially he could do it, but I reckon it's a challenge too far for the guy in P5. But Jack, I think, has underfueled his car a bit. So he needs to fuel save 1 second off his personal best. Also 1 second off the fast lap of the race. I'll see a lot of fighting into turn 1. But DC now into P4, MFT Speed Hunter into P5. So 3 car battle now for what is the last remaining spot on the podium. Will Padisi go down the inside? At the moment he will, and MFT Speed Hunter follows him. So Speed Hunter now into P4, Saboniero, well that's HKRT Saboniero, now up into P3. But he needs to shake off MFT Speed Hunter, because he's just as desperate as him. Can he make it round the outside? At the moment it seems so. Round the outside goes MFT Speed Hunter, but on the inside is against Sabanero, so a lot of fighting. And this is going to hold up IGTSH Pachi for P4, maybe even for P3. Well, he gets P4 at the moment. Oh, a bit of contact there, a bit of wobbling with the car itself. It's going to be a four-way fight, so everyone is going to be as aggressive as they can. But DC now needs to have the better exit, has the slipstream of the car in front, of course. And MFT Speed Hunter is also closing rapidly to P3. Is this going to be a 3-wide situation? As it right now it seems so. So 3 right through the first corner. Who will come out on top? It's Sabanero, but he goes very, very wide. It's a lot of fighting, and MFT Speed Hunter gets on the inside, too much on the inside, and it's just chaos all over. Chaos into the first turn. And I think this is Pachi now wanting that P3. But this fighting is not going to help them. A very late move from Sabanero on P5 there. I can't keep up. More speaking, can't keep up. But Pachi now trying to attack these guys. Attacking Sabanero now as the inside is now P4. Can he make it round the inside? He can. So right now the best thing he can do is break free from the rest of the pack. But DX3 Jack now still leading with just 4 minutes remaining. And has a 6 seconds gap, so it seems so that he's going to clinch a victory. But who knows, everything could go wrong in just 4 minutes. Or P4 and P4, or P3 and P4 just battling it out. With Patisi going round the inside. Can he make it round the inside? Already has the position. And gets on the podium spot. Qualified himself at P7. And now it's back in P3. Has the fastest lap of the race on his hands. Maybe a few bonus points for them. But now MFT Speed Hunter attacking Sabanero round the inside. Can he do it? Sabanero sticks round the outside. I'm sorry, MFT Speed Hunter going on the inside there. But now he needs to take the outside. He done it before and he does it this time. But will Sabanero come back round on the inside? It does seem so. So still a bit of a battle, narrowing the space for MFT Speed Hunter here. And Speed Hunter still just needs to wait basically for those top 5 points. While Padisi is now getting away from all this fighting and is closing the gap rapidly to Nepali 91. So can Padisi get P2 in those last remaining 2 laps? There's still 2 laps remaining. Sets a fastest lap by 100ths of a second. Oh, and we see Sabanero moving aggressively there. And a bit of confusion there or something. Weaving on the track, it was, I think, the car of Sabanero, which was a bit strange. But Patisi now has to get down to 3 seconds. 5 corners away, it was just 4. So he needs to gain 1.5 seconds per lap on P2. Maybe more. It's a tough challenge, but maybe he can do it. But is he just chasing down the second spot on the podium. Ooh, MFT Speed Thunder goes a bit wide there. Has the slipstream of the guy in front. Definitely overfueled his car. Overfueled his car by a mile. TXV Jack now still in the lead. And Patisi getting closer and closer to P2. But is it enough? We have only one lap remaining. Done 20 laps of racing when this round is completed. Well, MFT Speed Hunter tries sort of a last attack on Zabonero, and he gets the move done. So MFT Speed Hunter now in P5. Can he remain in P5? Well, Zabonero looked to the inside, couldn't make it work. But you see now 1.8 seconds, narrowing that gap, but I don't think it's going to be enough. And MFT Speed Hunter now in P5. Is there something going on? At the moment, yes there is. Dixon in fight with BTH, with Mickey. But getting back here too, it's 1.3 seconds. He's not going to get that closer gap down in time. But the winner of the second race, the endurance race of this first round of the Megane Trophy Series, is TXV Jack Balding, and he gets P1, followed by P2, Nabali 91 and Padisi just in P3, P4 the HKRT Kalinin, P5 MFT Speed Hunter needed that point, Zabonero, HKRT Zabonero in P6, P7 Woody 2R, the Brass P8, IGTSH Audi Ferry 2 positions gained, P9 Dixon, Wiggy, Attila and It's Fit Victor, all finished. So these are the results. Victory to TXV Jack Balding, and race 3 positions. Gets the first win in the enduro race of this Megane Trophy Series. And that's it. That's it. So hopefully you have enjoyed the race. Let's have a quick look at the standings there. So TXV Jack in P1, Nabali in P2 and IGTSH by DC in P3. So that's the race done. I thank you all for watching. We are back in I think 1 week or 2 weeks with the second round of the Megane Trophy Series by IGTSH. If you want, give my channel a follow, but most importantly give these awesome guys from IGTSH a follow. And yeah, thank you very much boys. See you all later.